Hi everyone, welcome to Karen's Corner. Hope everyone's having a great day, great evening, great morning, whatever time of day you selected this video. I am grateful that you joined me. It's a little bittersweet for me in that this will be my last filming for a while. The pandemic has been rough on all of us, so it's an ending, and it's, like I said, it's a little bittersweet, but the good thing about an ending is there's a beginning, and I think that we're all seeing a little bit more light at the end of the tunnel, and it's great to be back into the studio again. So I'm moving back into the studio, teaching 2 classes on Tuesday and Thursday at 4 o'clock at the Be the Change studio in Irvine, and really hoping to be traveling back to my home in Ohio and teaching at my studio there, Namaste. So, and they're actually moving this weekend. So yeah, lots of endings, but again, each ending is an opportunity to begin again. And I always think when I get bittersweet about it, I wish I could remember who used this quote, because I would like to give them credit. I remember reading one time that commencement is a beginning. It's not an ending of school. It's commencing. You're commencing a new chapter in your life. You go to a commencement exercise because it's a new beginning. The last chapter of the Bible is called Revelations. It's not called the ending. So it's an opportunity to begin again. And my favorite quote for today is actually coming from Oprah Winfrey, and it really touched me because I thought it really reflected where we were coming from out of this pandemic. And it says, "Challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. So don't fight them, just find a new way to stand." So as we begin to change our compass, our barometer, whatever it is we're using to measure ourselves, to find whatever this normal is going to be in our lives, we work with our fear because we don't know what this new normal is going to settle into, but there's some excitement in it too, that we trust that we've been through this fire and here we are together. Thank you. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. Let's add a little movement before we settle into the meditation. So work your way onto your back. And just remove any props. If you want something underneath your head, that's fine. So go ahead and relax all the way. Once you get there, take any sort of stretch or hug, any sort of movement here that you need to settle in. Maybe plant your feet onto your mat or extend your legs long. If you'd like, you can float those arms up overhead. Just getting out all the pops and the creaks from whether you're just getting up in the morning and doing a morning meditation or letting go of your day. So whatever this moment is for you, let it be what it is. So the world continues to spin. And we're going to work on a little self-care these next 30 minutes, just focusing on yourself. So the option to close the eyes here, leave them open, your choice. If your legs are straight, go ahead and put a gentle bend into the knees. Walk the feet wide. And maybe pick up those toes, press into the heel, separate the toes, and feel those outer edges of the mat. And then settle into center. Just noticing for a moment where your body makes contact with the floor. Notice if there's anything specific that percolates to the surface, asking to be released or at least set down for this moment. And then with the feet firmly planted, take an inhale here. Arms can come out into a T or a goalpost pose, or you can just rest them comfortably on your ribs or your belly, whichever works for you. On an out breath, begin to release the knees over to the right. You're just taking your time here, finding your own rhythm. When you're ready, inhale them back to center and then exhale them in the opposite direction. So option to stay for a couple of breaths before you flow back through center, or if you just want to have a little vinyasa by connecting the movement with your breath, that works as well. Great way to customize your practice here. And then the next time those knees are over to the right, find a comfy spot to hold here. It's all about comfort and ease. So settle in, take a few breath cycles here, and then you can stay here if you want to deepen the stretch a bit. Stretch those left fingertips up overhead. Oh, relax that left shoulder. Invite the breath to weave in between the ribs here. When you think about it, we begin and end over 20,000 times a day. We begin a new breath and we end a breath. We begin each day. We begin a morning, we end a morning. We begin a week, we end a week. We begin a year, we end a year. So there's all these beginnings and endings that occur all the time. Usually at New Year's Eve, it's not the ending of the year that we get excited about, it's the beginning of the new year and the anticipation of all the joy it will bring. Use your next in-breath to flow through center. You can pause here for a breath or two if you'd like. And then when you're ready, release the knees over to the left. Yeah, hang out here. May have to move the feet a little bit to bring comfort back into the body, so make it what it is for you. And then again, always the option to stretch through that right side body. Let that right shoulder become soft and easy. And as you sit here and breathe and work out all the thickness, the stickiness in your right side body, notice if you're crinkling your forehead. Smooth out the creases, just let the skin on the face relax. Sweet. Inhale, come back to center. Heel toe your feet toward one another. Hug both knees in. Give yourself a squeeze. Yeah, massage your lower back by rocking from side to side. And then once again, plant those feet onto the mat. Heel toe the feet together so the inner edges touch. Take an in-breath here, and then on an exhale, you're going to release the knees out to the side, away from each other. Inhale, bring them back to center. Exhale, knees fall away in the opposite direction. Good, one more time. Inhale, draw in, and then exhale, gently release. The soles of the feet come together. Gravity just takes over on the legs, on the knees. And again, pick a palm position that works for you. Bring your hands to your belly, to your ribs, maybe one to the heart. Or if you just like out into the goalpost pose. If this is a little too intense because you've been sitting in a chair all day long, just nudge those toes away from you. Again, always a great way to customize your practice here. Play with it a little bit, explore. Find that perfect spot for you. Slide those palms underneath your legs. With the help of your palms, draw the knees together. Bring the soles of the feet back to the mat and maybe move the knees from side to side, shake it out. And then a gentle hug in. Yeah, roll to one side. Work your way to a comfortable seat. So we're going to be here for a bit. I encourage you to sit up on a pillow, blanket, maybe even a cushion if you have a meditation cushion. Take your time, settle in, and then once you get there, close the eyes. Anchor through the tailbone here, but lift up through the spine. So you feel the grounding of the tailbone, the crown of the head lifts. And in your mind's eye, envision your heart perfectly centered over your hips. Palms rest comfortably on your knees or on your lap. And you can close your eyes here. Balance out the weight from side to side. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. And then once again, smooth out the skin on your face. Relax the tip of your nose, the tip of your ears. Maybe turn the corners of the lips up a bit. And then take an inhale here. On your exhale, you're going to drop chin to chest. Breathe here a few times. Just stretching out the back of the neck, the upper back. So the spine still remains nice and tall. Pull the belly in toward the front of the spine. Good. And then on an exhale, roll that right ear over toward the shoulder. Inhale back to center. And then over the opposite side. Yeah, find your rhythm with your breath. And then from here, we're going to get shorter and shorter. So instead of taking that chin or that ear all the way over, I'm going to take it part way over. And then just a little bit over. It's like a pendulum that's losing its swing. And then eventually we'll end up with the chin next to the chest once again. Sitting up nice and tall, go ahead and lift the head. Inhale, float the right fingertips up overhead. Nice. And then exhale, drop them over toward the opposite leg or knee. Good. Inhale, left arm goes up, cross it over. Take another in-breath here. And then on an exhale, you can drop chin to chest, but this time we're going to round the spine like a cat back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chin to chest. Good, one more here. And then we'll settle in with your heart over your hips once again. And then you bring the forearms together. If that works for you, bring the palms to touch as well. Lift the elbows up so they're in line with your shoulders. And then some cat-cows here. So inhale, lift up. Exhale, elbows toward the belly. And then we'll exhale, elbows in line with the shoulders. Take a full breath cycle here. And then just gently release. Some shoulder rolls forward or back. And then if your legs are crossed, uncross them and recross them in the opposite direction. Once again, settle in with your heart over your hips. Balance out the weight, sit up nice and tall. Rooting through the tailbone, reaching up through the crown of the head. Exhale, chin to chest. And then this time we're going to drop that left ear over toward the shoulder. Back to center on the in-breath, and then in the opposite direction. And it will get slower and slower, making the swing a little less each time. Until you settle back in so the chin is toward the chest. A couple of breath cycles here. And go ahead and lift the head, lift the gaze. This time inhale through the left side body. Yeah, stretch nice and tall. And then draw that palm to the opposite knee. Inhale, right side body. Right arm goes in front. Beautiful. On an exhale, chin to chest. Round the spine. Inhale, lift up. Movement connects to the breath. It's a sweet rhythm. Next time, lift up. Find your heart over your hips once again. Bring the forearms together, the palms if you like. Lift up through the elbows, squeeze those forearms together, stretch those shoulders out. Maybe take a breath into the back of the heart as you notice the shoulder blades fall away from each other. And then once again with the rhythm of your breath, inhale, lift up, exhale, elbows toward the belly. Exhale, elbows in line with the shoulders. Take a breath cycle here and then gently release. Some shoulder rolls forward and back. Beautiful. And then gently work your way to your meditation posture. So as always, these meditations can be done reclined if that's your preference. If you need to move up against a wall for some comfort in your back, that works too. Gather up any sort of layers or props that you want to use to support you. Certainly feel free to cover yourself up if you'd like. You don't need to be able to see me, you just need to be able to hear me. So I'll give you a moment or two to get to that sweet place of yours. And then once you get there, Take a few deep breaths from this place. Feeling a little bit of lengthening with the inhale, and maybe just a tad bit of letting go with the exhale. Start a new breath when your body tells you it's time, letting it go when your body tells you it's time. This is the beauty of the wisdom of our body. We begin over and over and over. Each moment is a new beginning. It's not an ending of a previous moment. It's a new beginning. So we go through beginnings all the time. So can you move through this next beginning mindfully? Just breathing in and breathing out. If you chose a seated position, find a palm position that works for you. Palms down for grounding, up to receive. If you have a hand mudra that you'd like to hold, that's perfect too. So again, just invite yourself into this moment, whatever this moment is. And as you settle in, just notice any noises that are going on around you. Acknowledge that the world continues to spin. So maybe a pet has joined you on your mat. Maybe you hear a TV in the background, a door slam, a dishwasher going. New beginnings taking place all around us. And as you continue to breathe in and out, notice what sensations or emotions have worked their way into your meditation. So maybe you need to make a little bit of an adjustment here in your body. Maybe it's decided this isn't the perfect meditation posture for you. Maybe your mind is still going, just notice that. Or maybe an emotion has bubbled to the surface. Just acknowledge all of this. And then we'll begin this next moment, shifting our focus to our breath. And then first we'll just notice the breath. Notice the qualities of the breath, the temperature. Is it cool on the inhale, warm on the exhale? The length of the inhale and the exhale, are they the same or are they different? And again, we're not judging, there's nothing to fix here, there's nothing to correct. You're not flawed in any way. And when the mind begins to pull you, tug you away from your focus on your breath, begin again. Sometimes I like to count my breath. The inhale is 1 and the exhale is 2. Inhale 1, exhale 2. If that works for you, I invite you to do that. And usually after 3 or 4 breath cycles, the mind will begin to release its grip. Inhaling 1, exhaling 2. And then once again, if you find that you are distracted in any way, begin again. This is what meditation is all about. Each moment is a new opportunity to begin again. So the Buddha reminds us that no matter how hard the past is, you can always begin again. Another minute here. Gently releasing your focus on your breath. Slowly begin to take your thumb and rub it across your fingertips. Wiggle toes if you're seated. Maybe some shoulder rolls forward or back. And then in your time, open your eyes. If you're reclined, go ahead and roll to one side. Lift yourself up and bring yourself back to a comfortable seat. So Jonathan Lockwood Huey reminds us to celebrate endings, for they precede new beginnings. So we have a wonderful opportunity here to begin again. And it's been my joy to guide you through these meditation practices. Thank you so much for watching them. Bring the palms to the heart. Sitting up nice and tall, take a full breath in. And then as you release the breath, release the chin to the chest. Gently bow into your hands, your heart, and that eternal light within. From my heart to yours I bow. Namaste. you so much for joining me. See you on the mat soon.